In early October 2023, a war began between Israel and Hamas. Hamas is a group that controls an area called Gaza since 2006. Hamas fighters fired rockets at Israel and attacked cities and towns in southern Israel near Gaza. This attack surprised Israel, but they quickly fought back. One day after the attack on October 7, the Israeli government officially declared war against Hamas. The defense minister also ordered the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, to surround Gaza. But the question intrigues where all this started from. In the late 1800s, the conflict between Israelis and Palestinians began to take shape. It laid the foundation for the complex and enduring struggle that has defined their relationship ever since. In 1947, the United Nations made a plan to split the land of Palestine into Arab and Jewish states. But when Israel declared itself an independent country on May 14, 1948, it started a war with its neighbors. The war ended in 1949, but many Palestinians had to leave their homes, and the land was divided into Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza. Welcome back to Docutainment's videos. Over time, tensions grew, especially between Israel and its neighboring countries like Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. In 1967, a war called the Six-Day War happened, where Israel took control of more land. In 1979, Israel made peace with Egypt through the Camp David Accords, but the issue of Palestinian self-rule was still not resolved. In 1987, Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza started a protest called the First Intifada. In 1993, the Oslo I Accords set a plan for Palestinians to govern themselves in the West Bank and Gaza, and Israel recognized the Palestinian Authority. In 1995, the Oslo II Accords expanded on this, making Israel withdraw from some areas in the West Bank. In 2000, another conflict called the Second Intifada started because of issues like Israel controlling the West Bank and a barrier wall being built. Factionalism among Palestinians became a problem when Hamas won elections in 2006, taking control of Gaza. This caused conflicts between Hamas and Fatah. These issues continued until they agreed to work together in 2014. In the summer of 2014, clashes between Israelis and Palestinians led to a major conflict in Gaza. It ended with a ceasefire, but many lives were lost. In 2015, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas announced that Palestinians would not follow the rules set in the Oslo Accords anymore. In 2018, Palestinians in Gaza held protests at the border with Israel, which sometimes turned violent. The situation worsened in May 2018 when violence broke out over property disputes in East Jerusalem. This led to more protests, and Israeli police used force against the demonstrators. In May 2021, violence erupted at the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This violence increased tensions, and on May 10, 2021, Hamas and other Palestinian groups fired rockets at Israel. Israel responded with airstrikes, causing damage to many buildings, including homes and healthcare facilities. A ceasefire was eventually reached on May 21, 2021, after 11 days of fighting. Many lives were lost, and people were displaced from their homes. After the war started on October 7, 2023, President Joe Biden showed strong support for Israel. The United States announced it would send more weapons to Israel and move its ships closer to Israel in the Mediterranean Sea. The United Nations Security Council tried to discuss the violence but couldn't agree on a statement. People worried about the safety of civilians in Israel and the Palestinian areas. There were also concerns about hostages held by militants in Gaza. In the first 2 days of fighting, around 800 Israelis and 500 Palestinians were killed. Although the United States didn't confirm it immediately, there were reports that Iran helped Hamas plan the attack. Iran has a close relationship with Hamas and other extremist groups in the Middle East. People were concerned that another group supported by Iran, Hezbollah, might join the war, making it even bigger. On October 9, there were reports that the IDF was firing at targets in Lebanon, where Hezbollah is based, but the reasons for this weren't clear. In 2023, the United States tried to help Israel and Saudi Arabia make peace, but the October conflict put that effort in jeopardy. Saudi Arabia has always supported the rights and safety of Palestinian Arabs, especially in Gaza. Now, those people were in danger because of the fighting. At the end of 2022, Israel formed a government led by Benjamin Netanyahu, who is considered far-right and religious. This government included ultra-Orthodox parties and far-right parties, which made some people worried about its policies. They endorsed expanding Israeli settlements in the West Bank, discriminating against LGBTQ people, and limiting government oversight in May 2023. There was more violence between Israelis and Palestinians, including daily conflicts in the West Bank. Israel approved building 5,000 new homes in settlements in June 2023, which experts and international organizations say is against international law. The Israeli military also increased its operations, including raids and missile strikes, leading to clashes. Then, in July 2023, Israel sent troops and carried out drone strikes in a big operation in the Jenin refugee camp in the West Bank, causing casualties. This made tensions rise even more, and Hamas attacked Tel Aviv and launched rockets at Israel. Lastly, the October 2023 conflict between Israel and Hamas is a major escalation in a long-standing conflict. It left many people worried about the future and the impact on civilians in the region. The history of this conflict is marked by suffering and conflict, and finding a peaceful solution remains a challenging task. People on both sides deserve a future without the constant threat of war and the pain it brings. We hope you've enjoyed this captivating Docutainment video. We extend our gratitude for your generous comments. Stay tuned for our next engaging videos.